Once upon a time, in a land far, far away from the tranquility of personal space, there lived a tribe of brave warriors. These warriors didn't wear capes or carry swords. Instead, they were armed with baby wipes, endless laundry, and the superhuman ability to function on zero sleep. They were known as the parents. Welcome to Parental Burnout Chronicles. Here, me time becomes just a myth. Don't forget to click that subscribe and like buttons. It's free, and this way you won't lose the next hilariously serious episode. But first things first, what is this monster called parental burnout? Parental burnout is like your smartphone battery at 2% by noon, except it's you. And instead of closing all apps, you're juggling kids, work, and life without a charger in sight. It's that feeling when you've read Goodnight Moon so many times, you start seeing the little bunny in your dreams. It's not just tired, it's accidentally put the cereal in the fridge and the milk in the cupboard tired. But it's no laughing matter. This level of exhaustion can lead to serious consequences such as decreased parental efficacy, feeling like you're failing at the parenting game even though you're probably scoring more points than you think. Emotional detachment, when you start envying the goldfish for its quiet, solitary bowl. Increased conflict, finding yourself arguing with your partner about who's more tired as if it's a competition nobody wants to win. Health issues, when your immune system also decides to take a break, leaving you vulnerable to every sniffle and sneeze in a 10-mile radius. So, while parental burnout might sound like the title of a quirky indie film, it's a real challenge that can affect anyone who's ever stepped on a Lego at 3 a.m. Chapter 1. The Quest for the Lost Sleep. It's said that every parent on this quest has the same dream to actually dream. Sleep becomes a legend, spoken of in hushed tones during the rare parent-teacher meetings that feel like social getaways. But fear not, weary warriors. The key to reclaiming the night is a mystical practice called sleep training, not just for the little ones, but for you too. Embrace the power of naps. And remember, there's no shame in a 7 p.m. bedtime. In the epic saga of parental life, the fiercest dragon to slay is the mythical beast of balance. It breathes fire in the form of urgent emails and spews smoke with last-minute school projects. To defeat it, you must wield the mighty sword of saying no and shield yourself with the armor of it's okay to ask for help. Enlist allies in the form of family, friends, or babysitters. Remember, even heroes need a sidekick. Legend speaks of a magical place where parents can sit and drink a coffee while it's still hot. This enchanted land is called self-care, and it's not just a fairy tale. To find it, you must follow the breadcrumbs of hobbies you once loved or discover new ones. It's a place where the spell of "I don't have time" is broken, and me time is the potion that rejuvenates the soul. Let me give you an example. If your hobby was to read, you can actually read your favorite book while feeding your 3-month-old baby and even take a nap when he or she takes one. You'll have time to put those dirty dishes in the washing machine later, with the baby watching you doing it while playing on the ground. Or later, when they will be 3 years old, you can use their help if you project this task as a game you play together. Remember, everything is about perspective. In the darkest of times, when the laundry pile seems insurmountable and the tantrums are as fierce as a stormy sea, there is a beacon of hope, the support group. Here, in the hallowed halls of social media forums or the sacred circle of park benches, parents gather. They share tales of picky eaters and potty training woes, and in doing so, they find camaraderie and the strength to face another day. So, dear parents, as you navigate the treacherous waters of parental burnout, remember that you're not alone. There's a whole tribe with you, each with their own unwashed hair and coffee-stained shirts. Together, you'll find laughter in the chaos and learn that sometimes the best coping strategy is simply embracing the madness. And they all lived happily ever after, or at least until the next diaper change. The end? Disclaimer. No parents were harmed in the making of this article. Any resemblance to actual events, locales, or persons living in a house full of kids is purely coincidental.